The National Executive Council of the Nigeria Labour Congress is scheduled to meet today to ratify the Central Working Committee's 2 weeks ultimatum to the federal government for the reversal of the hike in fuel price and electricity tariff. Organized labour, including the NLC and the TUC and their civil society allies, are mobilizing Nigerian workers for mass protests against government's actions. But government has consistently maintained that its actions is the best way to go to free the system of ineptitude and corruption. How ready are Nigerians to heed Labour's call for this mass protest? Well, joining us for this is our Labour correspondent from Abuja. She's here in the studio with us, Adisa. Of course, good to have you join us here in Lagos.
Thank you for having me. Good
to have you. Good to see you. Okay, so let's just discuss that. What should we be expecting from this meeting that the NLC, the TUC, and civil societies are going to be meeting today? What should we be expecting?
Yes, so this meeting is actually basically with the NLC, the highest making organised meeting to ratify the position of the Central Working Committee, which met last week. So they came up with a 2-week deadline for the federal government to reverse the price of fuel as well as the electricity tariffs. But from what we have gathered, the NLC is bent on going ahead with this protest. You know that many Nigerians have kicked against this latest round of increment in the prices, but only coming at a time that they are bearing the brunt of COVID-19. So, by and large, I'm sure many Nigerians will look forward to that's actually happening. But we have also seen the civil society community also gearing up for the similar action. Immediately these prices were increased, we saw the civil society groups challenging the NLC to take the lead, but the Congress did say that it has its organs. It's a Congress of organs that, of course, will have to meet. It's not something that the president or any other official could just pronounce and that will be it. They have to meet, and now they are meeting. So it's ahead. 2 weeks, that will be like less than a week to go, because they took that decision last week. So after now, by later in the day, they will address the press to tell us what they have arrived at. But one thing that is certain as we speak is that the NEC is almost certain to ratify that 2-week deadline. And what will follow, like they have also said, will be a mass protest. But already are Nigerians.
Which was the question I was about to ask you. Already are Nigerians actually go to the street carrying placards and saying to it that government either reverses the hike in fuel price or in electricity tariff?
Yes. To a very great extent, want to believe that many Nigerians want these prices to be reversed. But how well they are ready to go on the street and for how long. I recall that in 2016 there was a similar event that was also made possible by the increase in price of these commodities. And so, but it's not, Nigerians after a while, you know, you get tired and they like, oh, for how long can we continue? Nigerians are very resilient. You want to go ahead and there's, you have people that on everyday basis is where they earn their pay, and so they cannot afford to go to shun their businesses for a long while, and so Labour will have to be ready to take the lead and ensure that Nigerians are made to continue the struggle. Well, how well they can succeed? Well, it was after the first 2-3 days, yes, it will be very, very effective, but after then, nobody knows what will happen, because Nigerians will tell you, let's go to our places of work. The little we see is better than what we do not, better than fighting a battle that governments may eventually not. Of
which the government has already said that this is for change. This is to sustain or stabilize the economy. Adisa, thank you so much for speaking with us. We trust that, of course, you will be on top of that story and giving us more details later on today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.